Hello and welcome to the Heart to Soul Inspirational Series. And video 6, I would like to look at the heart. What is the heart saying to me today? What is the heart sharing with us from the divine with regard to embracing the divine in each other regardless of faith, regardless of belief? Well, Matthew Fox says this in his wonderful book. The Indian mystic Kabir sings, "Neither a Hindu nor a Muslim am I. A mere ensemble of 5 elements is this body, where the spirit plays its drama of joy and suffering." Kabir is telling us how the cosmic gift of his body supersedes the claims of organized religion to his allegiance. The spirit plays within that body. It plays games of joy and games of suffering. Life is a drama when one moves beyond mere religious allegiances. And then he says divinity cannot be locked up. The God of Hindus resides in a temple. The God of Muslims resides in a mosque. Who resides there? Where there are no temples, no mosques. And we are reminded of Jesus saying, "Do not look here nor there. The kingdom of God is among you." True religion is not about institutions, be they mosques, temples, synagogues, or objects of any kind. It is about relationship. It is about intersubjectivity and not objects, and the objectifying of objects that we so often fall into. Creation brings us all together, and as Kabir put it, once you experience his presence in all beings, all debates come to naught. So the heart has an important part to play in working with Mother Earth, Gaia, and the divine feminine energies of God. Magdalena's energies are part and parcel of the cosmic Christ. They're entwined within the essence of her twin flame, Jesus the Christ. And with the coming of 2012, the dawn of Aquarius, there is a new shift. It's an energetic shift, and it involves the heart. And if our mindset is locked in a religious mindset where we are afraid to open our heart to change, then one in truth might as well throw away the key to hope. So the prayer of the heart is simply the prayer of what was given to us back in January 2007. Allow me to read it to you. Let us be still for a few moments without moving even our little finger, so that a hush descends upon us. There would be no place to go nor to come from, for we would have arrived in this extraordinary moment. There would be stillness and silence that would fill all of our senses, where all things would find their rest. Everything would then be together in a deep connection, putting an end to us and to them, this against that. We would not move in these brief moments, for that would disturb this palpable presence. There would be nothing to be said nor done, for life would embrace us in this wondrous meeting and take us into its arms as a loving friend. We practice letting go instead of blindly holding on. We practice seeing impermanence rather than clinging to continuity. We practice giving rather than gaining. We practice forgiveness rather than revenge. We practice equanimity rather than reaction. We practice speaking up rather than living in fear, we practice keeping noble silence rather than being self-righteous. So the prayer of the heart empowers people power, prayer people power, to engage in the language of liberation, divine liberation. We're seeing it across the world now with people power. We had it in Tunisia, and it spread to Egypt, and now it's in Libya, where the ordinary man and woman who've been denied their basic rights, they are listening to the voice of Spirit, which is saying, rise up, take your power back. There is only one God of love, and that God of love does not control you nor coerce you. That God of love seeks only your heart. So how do we embrace that heart? How do we connect with this heart? Well, behind me you can see blue lights in the shape of a heart. And in the center you can probably pick out two hands holding the Christ light, the cosmic Christ and the divine feminine flame. Focus on it. Focus. The heart within mankind, though it may have become confused because of historical events, but there's one thing for sure, the mystical heart of God embraces all of God's children, regardless of their color, their creed, their belief, even their sexuality. If the heart has been ignited to embrace the divine, then labels should not stand in the way of that personal divine intimacy. The heart speaks the language of love, and silence is the language of the divine, and when the two come together, there is rejoicing in heaven. The messengers of God sing the great Gloria, because the child of God who was lost in the desert, in the wilderness of their own thinking and mind, has returned to their heart, wherein lives the Spirit of God, the divine masculine and feminine energies of source. Let nothing separate you from embracing the mystical heart of God today. Absolutely nothing. Do not be afraid of the words of Jesus. And though neuro-linguistic programmers will criticize me for using those words, do not be afraid, and I would say to them, but you conjure up tricks of the mind. You empower people to use the mind to rationalize the voice of Spirit, when what you should be saying is open your heart to reawaken itself to the divine. This is St. Teresa's prayer today. May today there be peace within. May you trust God that you are exactly where you are meant to be. May you not forget the infinite possibilities that are born of faith. May you use those gifts that you have received and pass on the love that has been given to you. May you be content knowing you are a child of God. Let this presence settle into your bones and allow your soul the freedom to sing, to dance, to praise and love. It is there for each and every one of us. So let your heart embrace the silence of your soul and allow the voice of selfless love empower you. Embrace what you are sensing rather than what you are thinking. Be at peace, be still, and know that the divine is already within you. Embrace.